Hello, aloha, aloha, aloha. Welcome to today's live. Hashtag Ask Alexandra. I am Alexandra Harbushka. I am the founder of Life With Herpes. It is a blog, it is a YouTube channel, as you know because you're watching, and it's also a podcast, but most importantly, it is a community for people just like you, just like me, who are living with genital herpes. And it is an awesome community. It's obviously a community we never thought we'd be a part of, but it is a wonderful place for us to communicate and thrive and live and break the stigma. So welcome. I am here in Hawaii. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I guess you can't see my face, can you? I'm kind of like in that weird sun spot, but I wanted you to see the ocean. So, because that's really important, right? Because we're here with the ocean. All right, so you know how this works. We are here every week, every Friday, and today is Saturday. So you will laugh. So yesterday I was going to a wedding. That's why I'm here. I'm in Hawaii for a wedding, and we're waiting for the bus to take us to the venue. And someone goes, "Oh, what do you do?" And I tell them, what I do. And they go, "Oh, well, how often do you post on YouTube?" I'm like, "Oh, I do. Every Friday I do a live." And I was like, "Oh, today was Friday. Today was Friday. It was Friday." So anyways, totally missed it. Totally spaced. Had no idea. Anyways, welcome to today. So you know how it works. Feel free to ask your questions and I will answer them live here. No question is a stupid question by any means, and they are all wonderful. And the purpose here is for us to learn, educate, and understand what it is like to live with herpes. All right, so my first question that I got here was, do I need to wash my laundry separate? Do I need to wash my clothes separate? And it was a long message that I received, like I don't want my son to get it. Do we need to wash our clothes differently? And absolutely not. There is no need to feel like you need to segregate or separate or wash your clothes differently. As long as you're washing your clothes, that's fine. The virus likes skin to skin. It likes wet. It likes moist. So it's not going to live, on your clothes for weeks or days before you do laundry. So don't even sweat it. Absolutely feel free to wash your laundry together. That's the point of doing laundry, is washing it. I know that was something I was concerned about. I was wondering, like, oh, do I need to tell my parents? Do I need to, do I need to tell roommates? Do I need to tell people? And don't worry, you do not. You'll be totally fine. So, awesome question. On that note, I wouldn't worry too much about sharing, towels or toilet seats or anything of that matter. Yes, of course, when I have an outbreak, if that blister does come in contact with something, like a toilet seat or I have an ant, like a toilet seat or anything like that. Oh, we have a friend right there. Someone's coming in our view. Then I will wipe it down. Like, I'll just get a Clorox bleach wipe. Again, I'm just being overly cautious about it, but I wouldn't sweat it too much. As well as, towels and stuff. I don't share a towel with my husband if I have an outbreak. That's just me. But I also think that there's plenty of opportunities for you to not worry about it. I do hear people so many times saying, oh, well, I wear gloves in the shower and I don't want to touch my body. And that's definitely not at all what we want to happen. We don't want you to feel like you need to cut off a part of your body. I mean, that's extremely unhealthy to do. Every part of your body is a beautiful part of your body. And saying, like, I'm not going to wash my genital area or I'm not going to touch that area would be just as silly as saying, well, I'm not going to, like, wash my elbow. I'm going to cut it off. Well, you can't cut off your elbow, right? It's really important. So, yeah, I just had a question come up. Okay, so that was that one. Next question. Feel free to ask your questions too. I know I normally do this on Fridays, so my crew is they probably are off having a fun Saturday and they missed it. I feel so bad. I missed yesterday. Okay. The next question was, I take an antiviral. Yes, I know. It's beautiful over here. Thank you. It is absolutely beautiful. It's my first time to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. And yeah, I'm over here in the North Shore. And we had, there's all these bugs on me. We had this 2-day rainstorm. And so now we have all these big waves. And you can see the surfers behind me, I'm sure. Okay, so the next question was, I take the antiviral daily. I take half in the morning and half at night. I ran out the door super fast and forgot it. What do I need to do? Do I need to, I don't have any at work. What do I need to do? Do I need to double up on it? Do I just get back on the same rhythm of taking it at night? What do I do? So, okay, so if you take it twice a day and that's what your doctor prescribed, then and if you miss it in the morning, this is not like a birth control pill. So if you miss your birth control pill and you're supposed to take it at 9 a.m. every day at 9 a.m. and you miss it at 9 a.m. and you take it at 5:30 p.m., then they're saying to double up, right? So you would take it then and then start over the next morning. This is not like that. So you don't need to worry about it. If you do miss it, then just take it the next time you have it. It's not a cycle that needs to be too serious. As long as you have it in your system, that would be the most important part. Don't stress about it. If you stress, then you know that can cause an outbreak. So try not to stress. I know that sounds super cliche, but try not to stress. Okay, moving on. Let me see. Next question. Do I need to take the antiviral daily for the rest of my life? Okay, no, you don't. Absolutely not. The outbreak will clear up without, I think I have ants in my pants. I'm sitting on this. I have ants. Okay. I'm sitting there's bugs crawling all over me. Okay. My sacrifice. To get a good location here. Anyways, do you need to take the antiviral daily for the rest of your life? No, absolutely not. The antiviral is relatively new. It's only been around for about 30 years, 35 years. So there were millions of people before us that did not take an antiviral and they were just fine. So that's something that what the antiviral does is it suppresses the virus. It suppresses it so that it makes it uncomfortable and difficult for the virus to pop up and cause an outbreak. Doesn't mean that it won't prevent outbreaks. It means that it will prevent outbreaks. It doesn't cure it. Different from an antibiotic. An antibiotic gets rid of the bacterial infection. Viruses we can never get rid of. We have them for the rest of our lives. So you will have herpes for the rest of your life, but there's millions of people that do. So feeling like you have to take something for the rest of your life is not what needs to happen. As you go through life, as you change, as you age, as different stresses happen, the longer you have the virus, all these things play a role and play a factor. So the longer that you have it, the less likely are that you will have outbreaks. Now, your outbreaks can change. They could move from, they go along the nerve ending. So, if you suddenly get it in one area and it kind of moves to another area within your genital region, that's totally common. Again, the longer you have it, the more it's going to move around. So keep that in mind, but no, you don't need to be on an antiviral for the rest of your life. All right, moving on. Let's see. My next question is, will I be able to have a baby? I am so angry, and then this virus has ruined my life, and I want to have a family and I want to have a baby. Will this play a role? Okay. I understand your concern. I understand your anger. The most important thing that needs to happen is you need to forgive and you need to move on. Holding a grudge to somebody for giving you herpes or ruining your life or making this change only hurts you, not them. So you need to turn that frown upside down, work on forgiveness, and work on moving on. Moving on to the baby, moving on to having a baby. Having herpes will not change anything with you becoming a mom. I think you're a girl, so boy or girl, doesn't matter. You still, hi from England. Yes, I know I am in the most beautiful location right now. But England sounds pretty amazing right now too, with some clotted cream and some scones and some tea. I'm having tea right now. So back to that. So having herpes and having a baby will not do anything. It does not change anything. It doesn't add any risks. I'm in Hawaii right now. I'm on the North Shore of Hawaii. So it's beautiful over here. There are a couple, I don't want to say concerns, but just something that would be important to let your doctor know that you do have herpes. So they'll most likely put you on the antiviral a couple weeks prior to your due date. They might do a C-section, a cesarean section, because they don't want the baby to come into contact with the virus. But other than that, that's really it. If you do contract herpes in the later stage of your pregnancy, so towards the end of your pregnancy, in the 3rd trimester, there can be a little concern about just your body's reaction to the virus and preventing, taking your body down per se, like adding extra stress to your body. So that's one thing that can be a little bit of a, I don't want to say concern, but that would be the highest risk for having being pregnant with herpes. So there are millions and millions and millions of mommies out there who have herpes who are absolutely fine, and their babies are fine. And I have personal friends and their babies are fine and all that. So anyways, don't sweat it when it comes to that. Okay, I just found out I have herpes and I have HSB I, but I've never had an outbreak. How do I know where it is? And could it possibly be down there? All right, I'm just moving because I have ants in my pants here. I gotta sit on this piece of paper here. Okay. Woo. And like, if you guys were to see I can show you, I'm like sitting on this like huge, I'm like on this grassy knoll in my bikini, like going sideways. Okay, I totally forgot what the last question was, and I totally dismissed it. What was it? And I lost it, and I didn't see it. Shoot, I missed it. My mind just went. I don't remember what the question was. Sorry, guys. Can you type it again and remind me what I was just talking about? Because it just like ADD mind or something. Or the Hawaiian Air. I don't know. Why do you think a turkey? What do you mean, what do I think a turkey? About the country or the poultry? I love turkey. I love the country, and I love the meat. It's delicious. Okay, so something we'll talk about since I'm sitting here in the sun is, oh, I know the question now. I have HSB I. How do I know where I have it? Okay, so just so you know, if you get the blood test, you get your STD test or whatever, and it comes back with HSB I or HSB II, I want you to know that it could be in either location. It could be in either location. So just because you have a blood work done and it shows up and you're like, okay, I have HSB I, which is normally considered oral herpes, and you're like, I've never had an outbreak on my mouth, you might have genital herpes. Hi, Sean. You might have genital herpes. So just because you have the oral strand or strain doesn't mean that it is orally. Just because you have that doesn't mean that it is orally. You could also have it genitally. So I don't mean to scare you with that, but just keep that in mind when you get your results back and you're like, oh, phew, I'm okay. I got this one. I don't have the bad one. There is no bad. There is no good. It is all the exact same. So I definitely want you to keep that in mind. Okay. Next question. I have so many bug bites right now, you guys. I can't even tell you. Okay, next question is, well, actually not question, I wanted to talk about. So a lot of people say, oh, does the sunlight cause herpes outbreaks? And a lot of people will get outbreaks, especially oral outbreaks, when they are in the sun. And the reason for that is the sun, we need the sun. The sun is very important to our health. We need vitamin D. Vitamin D helps with our immune system. It helps with our muscles. You were there in 1975. You need to come back to Hawaii since 1975. So vitamin D is really important. Too much sun can actually make our bodies work harder. It can lower our immune system. you get sunburn, you get dehydrated, all these things happen. So you can get too much sun, which can then kind of break down your immune system and then can cause outbreaks. So that is something that happens for a lot of people when they go on vacation. So I thought I'd mention that since I am here sitting in the sun with this. And also if you are on the antiviral, then the antiviral does make you more susceptible to burn. So it just, I don't know what it does and how that works internally, but that's something that is important to know, that you need to definitely apply sunscreen. As I'm saying that, I have no sunscreen on right now. It's really important I should do that. I just came down from breakfast and I'm with the wedding party and I was like, excuse me guys, I totally messed up yesterday and I gotta get online ASAP. So I just found this little grassy knoll and came over. Okay, with that being said, I am gonna sunset this live here. I'm going to go put sunscreen on. I'm going to get another beverage that is not tea. I'm going to get an adult beverage and I'm going to jump in the water. Thank you for joining me today in Hawaii. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. You can comment below, but I would highly recommend that you join our Life with Herpes Secret Society community. It is $2.99 a month. It is an online community. There's support group. There's live support group, which is great way to mix, mingle with other people and find guidance, healing, and professional help. So I really recommend you join. Go to lifewithherpes.com to join, and I will see you all next Friday. Definitely next Friday. I will not be in Hawaii, and I will not miss it on Friday. Yeah, unfortunately, Bill's not here, so thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll look for some turtles. I have not seen any. I leave actually today. I fly home tonight. So Bill did not join me. It's a girls' trip, and I'm with my best friend from college. So that's what we're doing. All right, my friends, lots of love to you. I will see you all soon. And bye. I never know how to do this. No.